Welcome, everyone. Today we are going to do a reading asking our spirit guides what messages we need to hear. We are in June, so I'm really looking for the rest of the year, like 2021. What do we need to know coming forward? What can we know? How do you know if this reading is for you? Well, I feel if you're guided in any way, then it's your guides bringing you right to the reading. Sometimes it can be a year later and you know something intrigues you about a reading, so you click on it and it fits you to a T. Just trust, especially if it's where we're connecting to our guides. So I feel my guides connect to your guides, or your guides connect to my guides, who then connect to me, and then I connect to you. That's my circle. So let's go ahead and get into it. So this is for any sign. Really, base it on your intuition. If you felt guided, then trust in that. Okay, we're going to start with our Mother Mary deck. And let's begin. If you have any questions, you can certainly say it to your guides. But I feel like they already know what it is you want to know. Again, let's not forget that we're not just human, right? It's our spirit that is borrowing this human body for human experiences, right? To evolve from human experiences. But remember that your spirit eternally. I feel like that had to come out before we got our card, and here it is. Joy. I like it. By enjoying this moment, I am giving thanks to God for my life. Joy. You know, this is a feeling that comes from within, no matter the circumstances. Sometimes I think when we're in the most chaotic type energy is when we really have to, I feel like one of our soul's experiences that it wants to have is how to maintain oneself even among the chaos. So let's go ahead and bring in the Tarot of Dreams. I'm going to bring this down a little bit. You know, and I use the Tarot. The Tarot is like my storybook, storyboard, whatever you want to call it. It's just, I feel that my guides use to just ignite that part of ourselves that we don't use very often, which is available to us all the time. I feel like that's a life lesson too. You know, you figure it out as you go along. All right. Let's go ahead and begin the tarot portion. Now, everything we'll read together. I want you to know that I will read this card at the end of the reading, and I'm telling you, it's just going to tie it together for all of us. Well, hello, Ten of Pentacles. Nice to see you. We have the Sun, beautiful. Card of Leo, it's the major arcana for Leo. The Ruler of Leo. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Wow. The energy right now is very, very high. Look at this, guys. We have the Ace of Pentacles. So this is about something I feel like that must be coming into one's life. Now, this Ace of Pentacles is going to look different for all of us, right? But what it's certainly showing us is it's connected to, you know, your tree of life, your seed, your soul's seed of intention. You know, what you agreed to, the experiences that you agreed to. It's like signing that contract before you come into this world. Both some difficult lessons, right? But also joy. And here is joy. So, and then the Ten of Pentacles opening this reading with the sun. The sun's complete illumination. So when this ace comes in, I don't think we question it whatsoever. Again, it's going to look different for different people. I'm noticing this deer, and he has like a full rack. I don't know if that's what you call it. But I feel there's a maturity, to that. And this could certainly talk about, moving in towards fall. Okay, well, let's keep going. Look at this, guys. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Listen, if you're questioning at all, or if you are doing something out of your home, and you're earning your pentacles in that way, it is a success, right? Now, listen, all these energies are about your focus. You making that choice that's where you choose to put your focus, right? Here comes the opportunity, the blessing, the gift, or whatever we want to call it. It is not just a human part of us. This is big because they feel like this is a true soul's desire. The sun is going to illuminate it, so it doesn't feel like there's I need to fear anything. Wow, the High Priestess. You know what you know what you know, and trust that. Many times I'll say to someone, I don't know how I know what I know, but I know that I know it. And I do know it's my soul. My soul's had many experiences. But yet, it is that energy of I know what I know. So, the High Priestess next to this Nine of Pentacles, let me tell you, this is someone who is trusting their intuition, trusting their gut, connecting to the sun, by the way. Also could talk about August. Trusting in that, and I don't want to say anybody's guaranteed anything, but I can tell you this: if this is where you're putting your focus, listen, even the sun, it's like coming down and helping the grass and the flowers to grow, right? The blooms to open type energy, and that's what it feels like. The sun is over the energy of like my home and what I create out of it. Spiritually based businesses, wow. I feel many of us are meant to do that. We're meant to have some difficult or challenging lessons, but then what many of us end up doing is in some way we use that, I don't know if I want to say the word use, but it becomes our format that then helps others who are now walking in our footsteps. Like we have, it's like someone saying, I know what you're going through, but they've never experienced, versus someone who has experienced what you have experienced. Then when they say, I know how you feel, you know that they do. Anyway, we have the Two of Wands. So, I want to say to all of us, this is about being ready. I feel like something's coming, being ready. Again, no fear here. The Two of Wands to me, first of all, is action. So it does take my action, but nonetheless, this is of your passion, of your desires. Again, something you're just meant to do. Like, to me, there's no doubt that you're meant to do whatever it is you're doing. However, you're using this ace. Again, different for many of us, though. There's a lot of us who have spiritually based businesses, and I'm using that, it can be a very broad term, who... we seem to come together. Anyway, well, dang it. That's not good. Nine of Swords. It's not good. However, it's what I was feeling. Like, there is no reason to have fear. And, it's kind of unfortunate that here is the Nine of Swords, right? One of the most fearful cards in the tarot. But this is the energy of overthinking. There's a lot of pentacles on this board, so you have Earth in your chart somehow. Know that you can go to that place. Overthinking. I'm Virgo. I can do that. I think that's why my readings are so long, because Virgo is very detailed. And I like to give you real details. So anyways, and that's going to be good and hard at the same time. So the Nine of Swords is, here's a chance that we don't take this opportunity based on, first of all, the Nine of Swords is about the past. But it's the buildup of it. Maybe it's the, a lack of self-confidence, but based on other people's opinions. Whether that started way back at mom or dad or boyfriend, girlfriend, wherever it came from, maybe from everyone. But we're not meant to keep, listen, mom and dad, yes, we got to work through those issues. But beyond that, I feel like, we're not meant to dwell in it. 9 says reflect, right? But it's the final reflection. And it's the final reflection because we're moving out of that energy. And, here is the 8 of Cups, which verifies that. So, for some of you, this is emotionally based fear. It's really pinpointing it for some. It's like emotionally based fear. Interesting, I'm seeing the moon here and I'm seeing the moon here. And they seem related. So again, it's the trusting of your intuition over sometimes our mind, our human mind. 8 of Cups, let's talk about that, because this is how that we can overcome this 9 of Swords. I think I forgot to say, the 9 of Swords is the meaning is unnecessary worry. It's worry that builds up and builds up to the point where it can cause depression. It can certainly cause isolation or the fear to move forward. Nonetheless, here is the Ace. So whether I take it or I don't, here it is. The 8 of Cups coming over that 9 of Swords says, look in your emotional house, right? The 8 is about a new beginning. So this is to allow you a new beginning, maybe a new way of being, that type of thing. To me, the 8 of Cups, usually the cups are knocked over and they're emotional. So it's usually tied to love, whether it be romantically or platonic, whatever it is, platonic. It's emotional. And we're meant to put those cups back in order, right? I feel like in the 8, I'm not going to leave that house in a mess because I couldn't take it. You know what I mean? Like, I need that house in order so that I can move from it knowing that it's in order. From the 8 of Cups, you're moving into the 9 of Cups, and that is self-fulfillment. Fulfilling oneself with this joy, trusting in yourself beyond all, really. When the High Priestess is here, this is your higher self. And that's what it's saying. Trust your gut beyond all. Sometimes it's that flight or fear. Well, flight. I don't know. Anyway, so I feel like this is talking about new beginnings. Now, I have to say, I feel like in this 9 of Cups, or 9 of Pentacles, and 10 of Pentacles, there seems to be like roots that are being set in place. So it feels like a little bit of, almost like, for some of you, I feel like this is something you've been doing. Listen, that can mean for 6 months, that can mean for 6 years. But some of you, you're thinking of doing this. You have, like, let's just put it this way. Source, or the universe, is aligning with us as we align with it to create the stability and the joy that we desire. Here is the energy. Okay. We have the 4 of Cups on the bottom. This can be a sense of boredom. It's almost like a dream state, but I'm dreaming about it, but I'm not putting action into it at the Four of Cups. Whatever reason. It's like I see the cup, but I'm not moving towards it, but I see it. Interesting. Okay, let's bring in the light seers. I've really come to love these two decks together. I have different decks that I like reading them together. They just seem to speak to one another. We've all had, at least last year, a tough year, right? If we haven't lost someone personally, we know someone who's lost someone. I know so many people we have lost to this coronavirus. I know so many people who have lost jobs, all of that. But on the other spectrum of that, I want to say my daughter is now working 2 jobs. That's why she hasn't been doing readings. But so she's and the pay that she's getting for being brand new, I thought was pretty amazing. Let's put it this way: it's above minimum wage. Well, it's above the $15 an hour. And then she just got offered another job that she took. So what I'm saying there is some are grabbing these opportunities and others may not be. Well, I feel like if I know that someone else isn't going to grab it, then I'm going to. Okay, we have the Knight of Wands coming over the 10 of Pentacles. We have the King of Cups. Can be interesting. I was going to say Virgo, but it's not. Can be Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, coming over the Sun. We have the Page of Swords coming over the 7 of Pentacles. Look at this person. Let's just look at them for a second. Here she is reading this book, right? From this book, and this can be like the book of life, the book of your life. But from this, she's receiving epiphany after epiphany after epiphany, or we could say idea after idea, invention after invention, however we want to look at it. But it starts with her, right? She's absorbing what she's reading, and from that, it's inspiring her to create, and she does. And by the way, she's coming over the 7 of Pentacles. It's almost like the book of knowledge. Interesting. Okay. We have the 5 of Pentacles coming over the Ace. All right. Well, that makes sense because the 5 of Pentacles is, what feels like a tower moment. It's that being thrown out in the cold type energy where sometimes we don't have control. Right? Like maybe we lost our job. Some got inspired by, maybe being at home and took action. Others maybe didn't. So the 5 of Pentacles talks about the struggle, right? The struggle of having to move through the difficulty. I don't have a choice to maybe isolate myself. I don't have that choice. What I always notice in this 5 of Pentacles is how this girl, she's got her head down, right? You can just feel like the sadness or the loss, let's say. But there's a lock that is laying right by this door that unlocks this new door. That unlocks this door for her. And it's showing us what's on the other side of the door. And that's the Ace of Pentacles. Sometimes we think that we lost something, but the truth be told is we actually end up finding ourselves. Finding what we're meant to do. She almost feels resistant in that energy, and the 5 of Pentacles says, don't be resistant. Excuse me. Okay, let's keep going. Well, we have the Six of Cups. And then we have the Two of Swords. So, makes sense the Two of Swords is coming over your intuition, right? In the Two of Swords, I decide to put a blindfold on. There's something I don't want to see, something I don't want to face, something I think maybe couldn't work. All that, right? I feel like this Knight of Wands in the beginning of the reading can certainly be air, by the way, or I mean fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But I also feel this Knight of Wands is very playful and passionate, and wants to live life to the fullest. But I do feel like there has been some hiccups along the way. And that's why this blindfold is on whoever this is in the Two of Swords. And that can certainly come into the Nine of Swords energy. So, what she's looking at, though she can't see, the Six of Cups. Six of Cups can certainly be someone of our past. This is someone, though, that we would have happy memories about. Good memories. It makes me feel good, but yet in the same time, there is a blindfold here. But at the same time, the High Priestess is here. Your higher self, like whatever you're fearing here, don't fear. You don't have to take it. If it's coming towards you, right? You don't have to take it. And I know, like this Ace of Pentacles, it's funny. I notice that when I'm reading, I start like rubbing my knees, and I feel like this is how I'm connecting. Anyways, this Ace of Pentacles, I do feel that and maybe that's why I'm doing the reading today, that it comes in no matter what, but some may not want to see it, may be afraid. I shouldn't say they don't want to see it, but there's a fear factor attached to it. So, you had the opportunity at the Eight of Cups. The Eight talks about new beginnings. There's that opportunity to start afresh. But it did start with you, because remember, you moved to the Nine of Cups. Self-fulfillment, feeling good within oneself. Some of you, I feel like, who decided to go that path, this ace becomes really what I feel is success. Not just success like financially, though I do feel that's there too. But the feeling of doing something that you feel like you're meant to be doing, right? You're absorbing something, and from that energy, boom, it's epiphany, idea, epiphany after another. And I'm just going to say, I feel like the Five of Pentacles, all of a sudden, I felt like some of us had manifested that energy. And the Five says you got to change. There's change that's needed, right? But it's the energy of grace at the same time. So doing something gracefully, even though I feel this, right? And what I mean by that is I feel like your soul understands enough to know that this is part of my life, and when I am meant to go through and maybe overcome, and not being like this girl, and not, where I'm refusing to unlock that door, because right as soon as I unlock that door is the Ace of Pentacles. Maybe some of you needed a timeout, but during that timeout, you may have even been, I feel like many have been, what's a word I want to say, like enlightened, like given ideas, epiphanies, that kind of thing where like, I think I'm going to do this. And then you look back and you're like, what even made me do that? That's how I feel about tarot, and how I got, like, my life is completely different than it was. In a better way, I feel. Yeah, I mean, each had its importance. Anyway. So, King of Cups is also right above this Two of Swords. And, well, the Sun is there. So, It's funny because I feel like the sun illuminates all. There's nothing can hide in the sun's energy. But you have a blindfold on. Somebody does. Almost like I'm saying, like, oh, I don't know, my hands are tied, but they aren't. Sometimes I tell myself stuff and then I believe it because I tell myself that. But it's not true. Look at this. We have the Ace of Swords. You know, some of you are meant to be speaking your truth. You're meant to be singing your truth, writing your truth. Speak, you know, whatever it is, it totally feels like you are connected. We are connecting. I feel very connected in this reading, by the way. Very connected. So, you know, here's this Ace of Swords touching the Two of Wands. Two Wands. You know, there's about to be a new beginning. Or it can even be another avenue that opens up to, you know, something that helps you get to this point. And look at this, guys. We have the Three of Pentacles. I find this beautiful, and this is why I do tarot. The Three of Pentacles talks about the importance of your uniqueness to this world, to a project, to your craft, you know, to yourself. The importance of your uniqueness. You know, it's not by accident that you are unique. You were created that way. And, you know, this is taking that Ace of Pentacles. Some of you, this can be the art, you know, the art of collaboration. You can be collaborating with someone, creating. You know, sometimes you can feel like the missing piece of the puzzle type energy. But this is also makes me feel like some of you just don't trust yourselves, that you can create, that your uniqueness will be enough. And I can tell you, yes, yes, yes. Excuse me. Very interesting, guys. So, what's the moral of this story? Well, we opened with the Ten of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles, right? The sun right there, illuminating, you know, happy times. Happy days are here again. You know, the High Priestess coming under the energy, under this Two of Swords. No need for that blindfold. She's looking back at that Six of Cups. It's this is, you know, it's almost like I don't want to think of these memories. But then here's the Ace of Swords connecting. Connecting anyway. So that may speak of love for some of you, but I also feel this is very also a big reading about career and trusting your gifts. Not just career, but like your creativity. You know, because you can do something and not just like decide I'm not going to make money out of it. But love what you do, and that is the joy it brings you. But this really here, I feel like this is talking about success within your pentacles, like collecting, right? I have to put my focus on it. So, if you came into this reading wondering if you should create these, you know, take these ideas that you're getting and put them into action, I feel like the answer is yes. If you're fearing doing something, ask yourself something. Ask yourself why. What's it based on, right? Am I fearing that I won't be good enough because of why? Who? What? Because of mom? Well, you know, we're all inhuman, even mom. So, you know, but it's the energy of not allowing, it's like sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Boy, did I say that right? Because I feel like it's the opposite. Anyway, this is about trusting who you are, even during the struggle, even after the struggle. Trust these ideas that you are receiving. Put them into action. You know, if you feel it, do it. And if it's love, I mean, the King of Cups is, you know, as it relates to love, is the one who comes into a wanting a relationship. The King wants, enjoys relationships, right? Sees the value, feels the value. And even though some of you have a blindfold on, it's like, well, it seems like there he is anyways, right? Knight of Wands, I feel like for some of you is your old self. And I'm not talking about fire, but the energy of fire, like where you would do something, right? You think about it later, and down, later down. Now we're here where we're at, and now you have blindfold on. So this is allowing yourself to be you. Get excited again about love, maybe, and definitely about creating. Because it's all here. Be unique. These experiences that you had, it's coming with the three, and then it has the Three of Pentacles over that. That certainly tells me that these mental things that bind us, right? Bind us. It is our job as our soul to understand it and then to clear it. And that's what the Eight of Cups is doing, clearing that energy. I'm not carrying it anymore. I'm clearing it. And then as you do that, it's like, boom, the Three of Pentacles. Well, here is your unique self. So maybe everything changes after that, right? Everything changes. Boom, there's the Ace of Pentacles. Even after the struggle, just unlock that door. Unlock that door if you want it. Okay, let's read the Joy card. Mother Mary guides you to enjoy this moment and the next, regardless of what you're experiencing. As you cultivate the ability to find joy in the present, you pull to you more reasons to be joyful. In every situation, you have opportunities to find blessings. Your happiness inspires others to transform their sorrow into bliss. Look at that. You can resolve your current question and situations by choosing the path of joy. What would bring more of it to your heart and soul? Beautiful. And that's where I'm going to leave it, guys. As always, thank you. I love that you guys love these type of readings, because these are really the readings I love doing. I hand you back your guides and thank them. And I thank you. Thank you for the thumbs up, guys. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you just for being you and allowing me to be me. Keep the comments coming. I love them. Love them. By the way, I was spammed on my twin flame reading I did the other day. Someone, I don't know if you guys saw it, but it was under like every comment where it was saying to contact a WhatsApp app and a telephone number. I don't even have that app, so I would never do that. So if you see something like that, please don't click on it, because I don't want your, I don't know what would happen, but anyway, I reported it. Hopefully it's gone. That's why I changed my avatar too, by the way, because it used my avatar. Really? So I changed my avatar. That's what YouTube said to do. Anyways, guys, I loved it. I hope you do too. I hope you find, I know you're going to find yourself in here. I don't even know why I'm questioning it. I hope everybody takes that blindfold off. There's a lot of spiritual light coming to you, abilities, like these ideas. Write them down. Even if you don't want to move into it right now, write it down. I know I did that in the beginning when I first just did YouTube. Like, I'd write it down. I was just always writing. So anyways, I love you. I will check out the latest twin flame reading. Excuse me. It was a good one. Like, I can tell when it's like good. That's how I feel this reading is. I feel very connected. So I love you guys. I'll see you in the readings. Bye-bye.